Welcome, Shamrock friends. Today's showcase is all about giving the best corporate gift. In today's session, we're going to hear from two experts in this arena, and they are going to share a few very unique options available to you when thinking about corporate retreats, sales incentive trips, hosting conferences, recognition, and even holiday gifting. Yep, we're talking about it already. So a couple of house cleaning issues before we get started. If you've ever attended a Shamrock event of this nature, you know that chatting equals prizes. So we want to hear from our guests today. We want to hear questions, comments, and most of all, your feedback on today's venue and content. What other topics should Shamrock bring to our valued clients in future showcases? The goal today is to spark your imagination, and we ask to be involved when thinking about incorporating these options in the very beginning of the planning stages. The top 15 chatters are going to be entered into a drawing to win some spectacular prizes, some of which are going to be featured today and maybe even discussed. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first co-host, which is Lori Straub. Lori is a subject matter expert and a valued Shamrock partner. Think leading brands like Ray-Ban, Oakley, G4, Sonos, and Ring, just to name a few. These are gifting items that don't necessarily require branding, i.e. your logo. She will be focusing on these higher end retail brands and how you can incorporate them and create an amazing experience for your target audience. She and her team will do all the heavy lifting. So without delay, Lori, please take it away.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're really excited to be able to talk with you. So I come from a company where our primary objective is to deliver all those hot, trendy brands to the corporate market, where we want to make sure that everyone has fun meetings that are memorable for attendees. We really want to bring those great items that everyone's looking for to their events. I'll show you a snapshot here. These are some of the brands that we represent in the market. We have wonderful sunglasses brands, which are great for any trips taking place in warm, sunny locations, California, Arizona, Florida, and international as well. So you'll see Ray-Ban and Oakley in the mix, as well as Costa, which is a great sustainable brand. And aside from that, we have hundreds of other brands that we feature here. We're in Cincinnati and we've got a huge warehouse full of all these top brand gifts. Anything from Therabody, those massagers that everybody loves. We've got the Ring cameras, the Sonos speakers, those fun new solo stoves where you can have a little campfire in your backyard. So basically we started out back in 1996, where our two owners in their college dorm room were finding like they were doing logo golf balls and bags, and they decided that they wanted to bring these very high-end gifts to the corporate market. That was what was missing, basically, where we're seeing a lot of companies now where they want to get away from those kind of smaller items, like a gift bag at registration where you're getting, a koozie, a hat, those kind of things that a lot of people just end up throwing away afterwards. So our focus is to provide gifts that everyone really wants. And also in our event gifting scenarios, where we've developed either the on-site experience or the web redemption model, where attendees actually get to choose their gift. Giving it much more value, giving them a fun, interactive experience that's going to be a lot more rewarding and memorable than just like that little bag they get when they check into a meeting. So I'll take you into that. We'll talk first about the on-site experience, which is my personal favorite. So with the on-site experience, this is where you have your meetings where you want to do something that everyone gets excited about and you want it executed by professionals. And that's where our company has a team of trained reps throughout the country. They travel every week all around the world executing these on-site events. And we try to take some of those some of those planning details out of the way for you guys, where we know that you're having to manage a lot of different moving parts when you're doing these meetings. So we want to take care of the whole gifting experience for you. And with this model of gifting, our reps come on site, set up a gifting station where your attendees can go through, try on different sunglasses, look at different electronics items, and we bring enough materials on hand to where they actually leave with their gift that same day. So you get that fun shopping experience that really jazzes up in an event, and you don't have to worry about that part because we manage all of it. So I'll take you into some of our brands here. I would say that sunglasses are by far the most popular event gifting methods that we have, where we have a variety of packages based on style preferences, demographics, budget. We feature Ray-Ban, which is our most popular, probably #1 sunglass in America right now, very highly requested. We have mixed packages with Ray-Ban Oakley. We've got Ray-Ban Oakley Costa. And again, Costa, we're really seeing a huge jump in the last couple of years where, people are looking for sustainable brands. And Costa is a brand that's always focused on the environment, cleaning up the oceans. Some of their sunglasses are even made from recycled fishing nets. So that has been a big hit recently. And then getting away from the sunglasses a little bit, we have other options, including electronics packages with top name brands, headphones, Bluetooth speakers, massagers, Kindle, any kind of Amazon devices. So we've got the electronics as well as a fun new fragrance experience. I'm not sure if our reps love it. It's all these top perfumes and colognes, and everyone gets to test them out on site, which has been fun. And then we just came out with G4 golf shoes. So for any golf events, that's going to be a good time for everyone where they actually get fitted for the shoes on site and receive them that day, which really sets us apart from some of those other fitting experiences where they're waiting for the drop ship on the shoes. So those are some of the ones that we've really been talking about a lot. And how could I forget Kendra Scott Jewelry? I'll take you into that later. Kendra Scott is always a winning brand, and we're very excited to partner with them on that for the on-site. So here's a little snapshot just of the Ray-Ban experience. You can see our setup here where our rep will come, set this all up. And again, it's pretty exciting to see everybody trying on their glasses, showing them to their coworkers. And you'll see there's inventory stacked up in the background. That's where we have all the sunglasses on site for everybody. And they get to walk away wearing those sunglasses, showing their coworkers and having a great time. The good thing with Ray-Ban too is we have 5 different packages since it's such a requested brand. And like, here's an example of one of our packages. I think this is our all polarized section there. It's our platinum package. So typically on site, there's going to be 12 different sunglasses to choose from. And we've worked with Luxottica to create these packages so that there's a great mix for men, women, there's unisex options. So every now and then I'll stop in and see how an event's going if it's local. And I've never seen anyone say, oh my gosh, I can't stand any of these sunglasses. We always find people who are happy and can find their pair. And the good news is that anyone with prescription lenses too, these are frames that you can take into your eye doctor or to a lens crafter. So if you notice on the packages, there's a little RX by the sunglasses, and that means that they're suitable to be switched out for prescription lenses. So that's always an option for those guests, or if they want to get a gift for a wife or a child. So we don't hear a lot of complaints about sunglasses on site. And just an example here, this is our very popular Ray-Ban Oakley Costa package. Top name brands there, and I would always recommend this more for a group with probably a few more men in it. Oakley and Costa is, those are both very popular brands for men. So we see that. And what I can do, if we have the demographics of the group, I can work with your Shamrock partner and we can pick the best package that's going to fit for the group. So we can kind of look at the different varieties that we offer, the demographics, to see what's going to really be the best fit for your people at your meeting. So, and as far as group size, we are very flexible to where we do events as small as like 20 people on site up to thousands of people on site. So we try to fit every group that we can, whether it's a small like boardroom group or, a huge conference or something where you want to do something cool for attendees. And on site, if, a lot of companies, there's a requirement that the gift that's given away has a logo on it. We can add a customized lens cleaning cloth like you see here. We can do a custom clamshell type case with that. So it always adds a nice touch to the gift if you wanted to add something like that. My personal favorite is the lens cloth, just because you can do a full color image. And I've seen companies design really cool lens cloths where it has like a beach on the background with your company logo. So we can always kind of make things a little more fun there. So we'll go on. And then here's the Kendra Scott packages we were talking about. The great thing with our Kendra Scott packages on site is that they're actually a pick two model. So you can get like a matching bracelet and earrings, or maybe if you want a silver necklace and a gold necklace for different outfits. So that can be really cool. And a lot of times, like with the Kendra Scott, we can pair that with different options for men. Like we have like Stitch golf accessories. We can do like Ridge wallets with that. So we do have options for a mixed group where we can incorporate the jewelry with it. Let's see. Where's the next slide? Oh, do you guys not see any slides? Where'd my slides go?
We are seeing them. So you're on the fragrance one right now.
I just don't see any slides. All right. Well, I'll do my best. I'm not sure why I can't see them.
The beauty of live television, right?
Yeah. All I have is a white screen right now. So you guys have more of an idea of what I'm talking about than I do at this point. So anyway, so the fragrance option I mentioned, this is a very fun one where, you've got top perfumes and colognes. And like I said, a little overpowering for our reps by the end of the day, but it's a fun, different type of experience that everybody enjoys. So I imagine I'm on the electronics slide now. Is that
yes.
right, Tim?
I'll walk you through it.
All right.
Doing fine.
So for electronics, I always like these packages just because we can create them custom for your group based on your budget and the demographics. We carry so many different electronics items here that I can actually put together a custom package where if you tell me, hey, we want a massager in this, we want an Ember coffee mug, we can build those based on the budget and deliver that. So that's fun. And I don't have a G4 golf shoe slide in here. That's a very recent addition. As well as last week, we came out with, I don't know if you'll ever heard of the Hammett handbags. And then we also have the Stitch golf accessories. So that's another fun new package. Basically on our events team, we're always trying to keep up with new trends and come out with new on-site experiences for everybody. All right. Are we on to
Pricing Made Simple?
Pricing Made Simple. Okay. Tim, I love it. You're like my assistant. We're working together. So Pricing Made Simple on this is we do really try to consolidate everything. So for these on-site experiences, you're going to have a price per guest. And with that price per guest, that includes shipping, handling, staffing, the branded gifting station, the gift itself. So basically, we just need a commitment up front to a certain head count. That's how we know how much merchandise to bring on site, how many reps we need to send. And aside from that per guest cost, the only other expense is going to be a hotel room for our rep to service the event. All right, on to web redemption.
Boy, you're good. Who needs slides, right?
Okay. Luckily, I reviewed this before I got on the call. So for our web redemption method, this is going to be a great method if, say, you're going on an international incentive trip with your group. And anyone who's ever done an international event, you know that shipping can be astronomical. It's higher than the gift itself. So a lot of times if you have a group, say you're going to sunny Mexico or Aruba, if you don't want to spend that money to actually ship everything through customs, pay all the freight, duties, and taxes, we can set up a website prior to your trip where, say, we put a bunch of sunglasses on there. We can put a little welcome message from you. I can take you to the next slide, which I believe is a web page, an example web page.
The example of the home page.
Yes. So the homepage, this is where we're going to customize the site for you. You're going to have your company logo on the site. You can have a message to your guests, something like, hey, enjoy these new sunglasses for our upcoming trip. We're so excited to see you there. And each guest can actually log into the site with a unique access code that we provide. It's a very secure site. They all have SSL certificates. And this can be a way to get a gift to everyone without having to do the on-site. So I think this will be your product selection page.
That's correct.
All right. So what we try to do is feature high resolution images, product descriptions. So if you click on one of the items you're interested in, you're going to see a more detailed view of that. And then at the end of the site, are we on to the address?
That's correct.
Okay, this is where everyone enter their address. We drop ship the gift to the recipient, and we provide an order confirmation email. We provide tracking to the recipient upon shipping, and we can provide you with weekly redemption reports so you can keep track of who's redeemed their codes, how many codes you have left at the end of the site. And we do have a customer service line as well for anyone using the site if they have any questions on the product or just the interface itself. But what I love about the web redemption sites is that we can feature any of the products that we have in our catalogs, and these sites can be used for holiday gifting, for the incentive trips, any kind of short-term program where you want to get a gift to everyone where they're not necessarily all in the same location. So I think we're near the end here. So
Yep. This is our
what we
final
have.
page.
Yeah, well, thank you everyone so much for your time. We'd really love to help you with these high-end gifts for your groups, and thanks again.
Hey, Lori, quick question for you. I know that the biggest problems that we have once we run one of your events is how to come back and outdo that year. So it's a fun challenge, and we accept that. So when you start using these types of items for events, it's very, very powerful. But with all the events that you guys have done, tell me about the coolest event you've ever done.
Ooh, coolest event. Well, I will say that in the wake of the new Top Gun movie, which took, 30 years to come out, we have done a few Top Gun themed events. And we did a really cool experience where we actually customized a package where it was all aviators. So 12 different aviators for everyone to choose from. And it took place on an aircraft carrier in San Diego. So that one always stood out. I thought that was definitely with the theme of it. That was really cool.
Well, with today's audience, maybe we can outdo that. But thank you so much, Lori. Appreciate your attending today, and great presentation, even though we probably messed it up on our end.
Oh, no, I thought we did well, Tim. We were okay.
Good teamwork. Thank you. All right, well, I want to introduce my second co-host, which is Greg Schwartz. Greg's going to be up here in a second. Here he comes. Greg is also a subject matter expert and a valued Shamrock partner. He will be focusing on the convenience of personalized gift giving made easy through technology. Greg carries some of the best brands in the swag industry, all of which are traditionally logoed, unlike the ones that Lori featured. Don't want to steal his thunder, but for all of you that have lugged tons of swag to and from your events in the past, Greg's solution is going to skip that going forward. Oh, and by the way, Lori, Greg, and I are wearing these eco-friendly quarter zips furnished by Greg's apparel line, Trimark. Super comfy and stylish, so reach out to your sales director for those. Greg, we appreciate you being here, and please take it from here.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate the nice introduction. And yes, if you need some apparel like this, definitely go to your sales partner. I hope everyone's having a great week so far. And thanks again, Shamrock team, for having me on the call today. Quick background of my team and how we work with Shamrock daily. I work for, as Tim said, a top supplier in our industry, and we're definitely known for our product offerings in all budget ranges, anything from your $1 to $5 giveaway items all the way up to name brands like Bose and Sony and Hydro Flask and so on. So really kind of do the whole gambit, and we're definitely one of the top suppliers when it comes to sales. So kind of have everything that you can need, a one-stop shop. And I'll get into that in just a little bit. Shamrock and us have had a great long-standing relationship, and it's definitely more of a partnership than a typical, vendor relationship. We're here to support any of their sales initiatives, and we work daily with their team, but we also pride ourselves on knowing the upcoming trends in the marketplace. And we do a lot of data analysis with our team to get a view of what the future is going to look like. And then we also set up further education calls kind of like this, where we meet with the Shamrock team and go over the different trends that I just talked about and keep them ahead of the curve so they can be the most powerful partner for everyone on this call. So jumping right into our agenda for today, I'm going to go over how we currently support Shamrock events. I'm going to talk to you guys about our Givey event stores, and they're basically pop-up e-commerce stores, and we'll get into that in more details. We'll talk about the store capabilities. I'll get into a little bit about the curated catalog that we've come up for easy picking your product offerings. And then at the very end, we'll do a demo to showcase it in action and show everybody what it looks like. So today, how we support Shamrock and their events. As I said, we kind of have it all. So in the promo world, we've got almost all the categories you can think of: bags, drinkware, health and beauty, home DIY, office and technology. And, a lot of partners that Shamrock works with, they probably either specifically do apparel or promo, but we can do both. We also have a ton of apparel product offerings. So we're kind of that one-stop shop, especially to support events when you kind of want to get everything from one place to get your, get your pricing down on your shipping and make sure the product offering makes sense for your events. One other thing that we're really well known for in our apparel side is our decoration options. We have multiple options for different apparel. So like anything from embroidery, laser, HXD, deboss, infusion, DTG, and transfers, and a few other ones as well. And lastly, kitting. Kitting has been such a big deal in our industry the last few years, especially when you get into gift giving season and events, and people want to be able to open something up and feel like they're getting something of value. And we've come up with a really easy way for Shamrock and our customers to do kitting through us and make it simple as possible, as you can see here on this slide. And the last two ways that we definitely support Shamrock is with the trends that I brought up. Two of the biggest trends that we are seeing this year that our product development team is pushing nonstop is eco-sustainability is one. Eco-sustainability has grown 10% year over year. And from us, pretty much every product we push out moving forward will have some sort of eco factor or social responsibility factor with it, as we know this is where the world's going to as the Gen Zs and millennials move up in the workplace. And secondly is retail brands. As you can see on this slide, we have numerous retail brands offering. We used to launch about one retail brand a year. This year, we're going to launch 12, and it just continues to grow and grow. And we've seen retail brands grow 20% year over year in our industry. So definitely some awesome offerings on this list. You'll see Bose, Sony, Hydro Flask, Camelback, just to name a few, Thule backpacks. So the list just goes on, and we're going to continue to push out retail brands as we keep going. So now I'm going to get into Givey, which is personalized gifting made easy for everyone on this call. What is Givey? Givey simply is, to put it in layman's terms, is a e-commerce pop-up store. So, a lot of times you have e-commerce stores for programs that are all year round, and then you have just your ad hoc typical projects that you send a PO and, you get your product in the quantity that you wanted. But there's this middle area, this gray area that we felt like really needed more support. And we wanted to bring an experience to the event, even prior to the event, where your guests can go on, your employees can go on, pick and choose which products they want instead of you guys choosing for them. And then simply going on just like an Amazon store, put it in your cart and ship it right to you. And so we'll get into a little bit more deeper details of this. So what is a good fit for an event store? I listed a few things here, but definitely trade shows, golf outings, conventions, pop-up stores, virtual events like this. So if we wanted to send out a gift for this, we could have sent out an email a week or two in advance, and you could have gone and picked your gift, and then it would have been at your doorstep. So just trying to make this as easy as possible. And some of the key benefits that we have with this is, one, creating an experience. So instead of just putting a product in someone's hands when they arrive to the event and they didn't even know what the gift is and they end up leaving it, we want to create that experience even pre-event, so they get excited about the event. They get to pick out their choice of what they want. Adding value with a choice, instead of picking one product that goes out as a large order, people are more likely to keep that product if it's their choice instead of your choice. Also, lower environmental impact, less waste. So a lot of times you hear in our world that we had to order extras because we didn't know how many people were going to be there. Well, this is a way to kind of get rid of that waste and make sure that every attendee has exactly what they wanted. Also, one of the biggest things that I'll be getting into is personalized gifting. So the awesome part about our stores is that we have about over 150 product offerings in the print on demand world. So no minimums, print on demand, one off. And not only that, it's personalized, so you can put your name on it. So another stat that we've seen constantly is that more people that come to your event are more likely to hold on to that gift if it has their name on it. So we wanted to add that personalization touch that kind of takes our stores to another level. So talking a little bit about the capabilities of the e-commerce store, it's as simple as can be. You have a typical landing page, it's email entry. So we would get all the emails prior to the event, and they would get an email notification that says, hey, your event's coming up. Please go on and pick your favorite gift for the upcoming event. They will go in, log in. If they don't have the email pre-logged in, they can't get in. And that way we keep out anybody that isn't supposed to be in the store, and then they can only get as many as that you limit them to pick from. So if you can say that they can pick one gift or two gifts or three gifts, and we can assign that in tiers as well for guests that are signed up with us. You'll have a simple product page, so a list of all the items to choose from, standard cart that everybody used to, just like a typical Amazon cart, checkout page where you would put in the shipping address. And then another couple capabilities we have is the quantity. We can do mins and maxes on that. I already talked about the standard email notification and the personalization of low minimum. So really awesome, easy to make store for everybody. So now we're going to go into a quick demo, and I think Ellen's going to get this started for us. There it is.
Gibby, personalized gifting made easy. Let's look at how a Gibby online store works. First, guests are directed to your gifting landing page. This page, along with the rest of the site and all of your items, can be customized to match your event's branding. The gifting site is gated and only accessible to email addresses that you have authorized. Once an email address is entered, guests will arrive on the gift listing page where they can browse an assortment of available items. Print-on-demand products that can be personalized are indicated with a make-it-your-own banner. When a guest selects a product, they are taken to the item's detail page. Here, guests can choose the product's size and color and add personalized text in the available field. Once a guest has made their gift selection, they add their gift to the cart and complete the checkout process. After placing the order, guests are redirected to a gift order confirmation page. Additionally, guests will receive a confirmation email and shipment information emails once their order is shipped.
My slides went away. Oh, there we go. We're back. Give me just a second. All right. And lastly, I did want to go over, so we have a curated catalog. We've come up with certain products that we know has deep inventory, because the worst thing that can happen for an event is you go to order something and the stock's not available anymore. So we've made sure that we are putting products in our catalog for you to choose from that will have inventory at pretty much all times. We have a little bit of just everything. We've got about 150 print-on-demand products to choose from, everything from drinkware, koozies, journal books. You can see the list here on the slide. And then we also have a lot of other categories that you can see here on the left, everything, from apparel to travel gifts, and the stuff that's on demand. So the stuff that has minimums of 6 or 12, we've gotten those minimums down very low like that. So that way we will hit all the minimums against if you would have normally purchased from us, and we may have minimums of like 24, 36 or 50. And now we've got the minimums down to 6 or 12 on a lot of those apparel items. Last thing I'll leave everybody with is I had a case study that I wanted to share with everyone yesterday that I thought was really great to bring up. I met with a college. I met with a college yesterday and was showing them product, and it was for an upcoming college fair. And they've been doing this for 15 years, and they brought to me all these pain points with the apparel, especially getting the sizes ahead of time and how much work and logistics it took for them to do that. And I brought up to them the store and how easy it would be for everyone to go pick their apparel item and put in their own size that they want. So that way it kind of takes a lot of that extra work burden off of everybody here on this call. So just wanted to share that real quick use case with everyone. And with that, that ends my presentation for the day, and I'll kick it back to Tim.
Wow, Greg, thanks. I mean, what is the cost of this? It's got to be a fortune, right?
It's actually free. It's actually free. Yeah, we want to make this, again, as easy as possible. And as of today, for transparency, we launched these stores this year. So we definitely in the crawl phase with this, but we are excited to get started. We've already done about 15 of these stores. They seem to be making everybody's life easier. And again, as of today, they are free. We don't want the barrier of entry to be a cost. We just want people to work with us and utilize these stores.
Awesome. Great job, Greg. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
In closing, we just want to thank everybody for attending. If you haven't already done so in the chat, please reach out to your sales director to discuss your next event and provide feedback on today's session. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you all back here in the fall. So everybody have a great summer. Thank you for joining.